This is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
Good morning, everyone. Glad to have you with us on this Wednesday. I'm Jacqueline Matter.
And I'm Ray Collins. You know, we meet viewers every day, and one of my friends, Patty Tebow, says, you and I have coffee every morning at 6 a.m.
Yes, we all do.
Always nice to meet the folks who are out there watching. Yeah. So good morning, Patty, and others out there. And good morning to Josh Stone, in today for John Scalzi.
Yeah, good morning. You know, I don't drink coffee. It puts me to sleep.
Whoa.
Go figure.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't know what I would do without coffee.
Put you to sleep.
Yeah. I like tea, but coffee, yeah, it's weird.
Some people have tea in the morning, a nice cup of tea with some honey.
Exactly.
I have decaf. It puts the staff back to sleep. They don't realize it.
There you go.
All right.
Let's tee off into the weather right now
nice.
Check out our current temperatures right now are warm. You walk outside to upper 70s right now. Let's show you 77 in Sarasota, 78 in Northport, 79 in Venice. As far as the radar goes, we're quiet along the Suncoast, but well offshore. Well, we've got a tropical storm. It's not going to affect us, though. I think our radar is going to remain, for the most part, pretty quiet today, other than a few isolated showers this afternoon. The big story, though, is what's happening in the northern Gulf of Mexico. We'll talk more about that when I come back. But as far as our forecast for today, highs topping out in the upper 80s, lower 90s, with a few showers this afternoon. Back to you.
All right, talk to you soon. Some build-up on 64. Folks heading out toward the beach already, or whatever, at Manatee Avenue there. Westbound, rather. Farther south now into Sarasota County. Continue to see some buildups out of St. Armand's Circle heading toward the Ringling Causeway. Otherwise, no real slowdowns in that section of Sarasota County. In South County, all clear at 6:02 on your Wednesday morning.
Topping our news this half hour, President Trump is celebrating a political win in Georgia this morning.
The most expensive race in congressional history goes to the GOP, and so does another race last night in South Carolina. Reed Binion has the results.
It's a historic win for Karen Handel. She became Georgia's first female Republican Congresswoman-elect Tuesday night. Handel will fill the seat left vacant after Tom Price became President Trump's Health and Human Services Secretary.
Tonight I stand before you extraordinarily humbled and honored.
Handel beating Democratic challenger John Ossoff.
So this is not the outcome any of us were hoping for. But this is the beginning of something much bigger than us.
The political battle in the Peach State was the most expensive U.S. House race ever at more than $55 million. Ossoff supporters pumped $23 million into his campaign, and there was a major push to flip the district, which has been in the GOP's control since 1978. Democrats hoping for upsets in traditionally conservative districts have now gone 0 for 4 in special elections this year. And political analysts say Handel's victory raises questions about whether Democrats can win with anti-Trump rhetoric. During her victory speech, Handel vowed to represent members of both parties.
My promise is to work every single day relentlessly to make our state and this country a better place.
Mr. Trump tweeted a message for the winner Tuesday night saying, quote, "Congratulations to Karen Handel on her big win in Georgia's 6th. Fantastic job. We are all very proud of you." I'm Reed Binion reporting.
Developing overnight, newly released police dashcam video showing an officer fatally shooting Philando Castile during a traffic stop last year has been released. We do want to warn you, what you are about to see is graphic. The video shows Officer Geronimo Yanez calmly speaking to Castile, who immediately notifies Yanez he's carrying a firearm. Officer Yanez can be heard instructing Castile not to pull out the weapon, and Castile says that he will not. Yanez again says not to reach for the gun before he pulls his own weapon and fires 7 shots, as you can see right there on the screen. Castile's girlfriend has said he was actually reaching for his wallet, not a gun. The incident received immediate media attention when Castile's girlfriend, who was sitting in the passenger seat, began live streaming the whole thing on Facebook right after the shooting. The police video was used as evidence in the Yanez trial. Just last week, a jury acquitted him of all charges.
Meantime, the family of Michael Brown has reached a settlement in their wrongful death lawsuit against the city of Ferguson, Missouri. Officer Darren Wilson fatally shot Brown nearly 3 years ago. An investigation by the Justice Department brought no charges against Wilson, who maintained he acted in self-defense. Details of the settlement were not made public. The original lawsuit shows the Brown family was seeking punitive and compensatory damages in excess of $75,000. The federal judge called the settlement fair and reasonable compensation. Back in Florida, a Confederate statue referred to as Johnny Reb was removed from an Orlando park and then moved to a nearby cemetery. It comes after public outcry that it's a symbol of racism and white supremacy. Crews disassembled and removed the Confederate statue from Lake Eola Park near downtown yesterday. The 106-year-old statue has been a symbol of slavery by critics and been at the center of debate for years. It's being moved to Greenwood Cemetery in a section set aside for Confederate veterans.
More than a dozen people are recovering this morning after sustaining injuries during turbulence on a flight to Houston. The flight from Panama City to Houston was over Cancun, Mexico, on the edge of a tropical storm when it hit turbulence. Paramedics assisted those passengers after the plane landed at George Bush Intercontinental Airport. United says the injuries include 9 passengers and 1 crew member. Houston's fire chief says 7 people were hospitalized. Their conditions are unknown, although paramedics say most of the injuries appear to be minor.
And 2 more airline stories for you now. Delta testing a new way to check in your luggage. The airline is installing self-service kiosks at the Minneapolis-St. Paul Airport. If a passenger has a passport, they can use a facial recognition machine to check in their bags. It takes about 30 seconds for a face to be verified or not. Delta says any scanned facial images are immediately deleted after a match is confirmed and will not be sent to a central database. Delta is also testing these kiosks in Atlanta and New York as well. If you don't mind driving, there are some new flights out of Fort Myers that could save you money. Allegiant Airlines adding new nonstop flights to Flint, Michigan, Milwaukee, St. Cloud, Minnesota, and Rochester and Newburgh, New York. Routes begin as soon as early October in Southwest Florida.
In Washington, Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell announced Tuesday he plans to release a discussion draft of the Republicans' health care bill tomorrow. McConnell hopes to send the final bill to the Congressional Budget Office this week so they can review it and issue a report early next week. McConnell has said he wants to bring the bill to a vote before the July 4th recess. Both Republicans and Democrats have been grumbling about not seeing the Senate bill yet, and some have said it's being written in secret. It would only take 3 Republican senators voting against the bill to kill it. It's not known whether President Trump has seen the measure after asking for a more generous bill than the one passed by the House. And the Senate has confirmed President Trump's pick to lead the Federal Emergency Management Agency, or FEMA. The federal agency that oversees disasters and recovery efforts' new leader is Brock Long. Long previously ran Alabama's Emergency Management Agency and served as that state's on-scene incident commander during the Deepwater Horizon oil spill in the Gulf of Mexico in 2010. The agency has already managed 41 disaster declarations this year. Meanwhile, the Trump administration has proposed cutting nearly $1 billion from the agency's budget.
And as FEMA gets a new director, all eyes are on the tropics as Tropical Storm Cindy makes its debut in the Gulf of Mexico. Cindy officially became a tropical storm yesterday with winds up to 45 miles per hour. A state of emergency is now in effect in Alabama. And in New Orleans, they're already preparing for flooding as the region continues to get hit with heavy rain.
We're expecting between 3 to 12 inches. That's a very big gap, 3 to 12 inches of rain. 3 inches of rain means that you're going to get some flooding. 12 inches of rain means that you're going to get a lot. You know where the low-lying areas are. You know where the dangers are. So we're calling you into alert right now.
Cindy is expected to make landfall by tomorrow morning. Meantime, out west, today is the first day of summer, and all eyes are on the extreme heat that caused dozens of flights to be canceled yesterday. Yeah, by the heat. American Airlines dropped a total of 43 flights in and out of Phoenix because it was just too hot to fly. Temperatures hit 119 degrees, a new record. It's not just Arizona either. In California, 29 million people are under a heat advisory or warning.
With hurricane season in full swing, hundreds of thousands of Floridians may soon have to pay more for property insurance. Citizens Insurance is expected to raise their rates in early 2018. The company wants to raise homeowners' rates an average of 5% and commercial accounts by 8%. Now, Citizens has more than 451,000 customers. Florida has not been hit with any major hurricanes in recent years, but Citizens officials say rate hikes are needed to deal with claims associated with water losses.
And the city of Northport looking for more volunteers to help when severe weather hits our area. The city is working with the National Weather Service to offer a free Skywarn spotter training class. Anybody with interest and access to a ham radio can join this program. Training covers identifying severe weather and how to report information. It's a week from this morning at Northport City Hall. And look at this video from the Panhandle. Some residents there are cleaning up after a water spout formed near St. George Island in Franklin County. There you see it in the distance right there. It damaged a few homes. Fortunately, no injuries. The area was under a tornado warning, and several coastal areas along Florida's Big Bend and Panhandle are now under a flood advisory. If you ever have seen any pictures of water spouts or see water spouts, rather, take a picture and send them our way. We've got a Suncoast.com website, and also our Facebook page is very active as well.
Yeah, we definitely love to see some of that video. You guys are our eyes and ears, and we love to see that video, especially with so much recent rainfall. We'd love to get some of that, you know?
Yeah, dynamic pictures
Yeah.
really tell the story. You can only say so much, but when you see the pictures and see what some of these weather events can do, it really kind of tells the story right there.
Very well
Well,
put.
speaking of weather, there's a lot of tropical trouble, and we'll talk about it when we come back.
All right, still to come, rents can be expensive on the Suncoast.
We'll tell you how one company is working to bring affordable housing to a busy Sarasota area after this.
Everything all right?
Actually, you know how Tom had knee surgery?
Sure.
We found out Brad's been taking his painkillers. And it turns out he's been doing it for a while.
Most people don't know what to say about drugs, but we do. Visit us at drugfree.org.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
It's a star-spangled 4th of July sales event going on now at Bacon's Furniture and Bedding. With 2.5 acres, Bacon's is Southwest Florida's largest furniture showroom. Beautiful furniture in any style for any budget, with savings of 30, 50, even 70% off throughout the store. Celebrate your independence with extra savings on all Flex Steel furniture. Come see why Bacon's is voted the #1 place to buy furniture year after year. The 4th of July sales event going on now at Bacon's Furniture and Bedding in Port Charlotte. Nobody beats Bacon's.
So many possibilities worth exploring. Minnesota Flooring.
And for a limited time, Minnesota Flooring is offering you unbelievable pricing on tile and laminate. Porcelain tile only $1.59. Ceramic tile 99 cents. And 16 by 16 tile $1.19. Laminate flooring is only 99 cents. But these prices won't last. Don't miss out on these great deals. Hurry into Minnesota Flooring today.
I'm calling in regards about my mother, and I'm here, and I just want to thank you because it saved my mother's life yesterday. And I'd like to know the names of the people that came in and saved her. It's a wonderful thing. Thank you.
With Life Alert, one touch of a button can get you help fast.
For a free Life Alert brochure, call 1-800-962-4112. That's 1-800-962-4112. Call now, 1-800-962-4112.
It's Lincoln's summer sales event here at Alex Karras Lincoln. Drive a brand new 2017 Lincoln MKC Sports Utility for $249 per month or 2017 MKZ for $299 per month. We are proud to introduce the newest addition to the Lincoln lineup, the all-new 2017 Lincoln Continental. We have a great selection and ready for immediate delivery. Alex Karras Lincoln, affordable luxury, winner of the prestigious 2015 President's Award, serving Florida's Suncoast since 1978. We are located 2 miles north of the Sarasota-Bradenton Airport on US 41.
Start your day with a new Good Morning Suncoast team. Weekdays starting at 5 a.m.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
So good to see you on this Wednesday morning. I'm meteorologist Josh Stone in for John Scalzi today. He has the day off. We're walking out to a temperature of 77 degrees, so it is rather warm when we walk out our front door. Humidity at 90%. Not much of a wind now. The east-southeast at 10 miles per hour, but the winds will pick up today anywhere from 15 gusting up 20 miles per hour. So what can we expect today? A few scattered clouds in our forecast. Some afternoon storms will take place. And then by the upcoming weekend, we'll have dry air that will settle over the peninsula and bring us a little more sunshine than we've seen over the last few days. Well, our radar remains quiet for our area here in the Suncoast. Offshore, well, not so much. We have some heavy rain and some thunderstorms. This is the fringe of the outer band of Tropical Storm Cindy. It's going to remain offshore as this pulls to the north and northwest. So with the heating of the day today, a few afternoon storms will develop inland, but as far as the tropical system Cindy, that will remain offshore as it pulls to the north. A lot of mid to upper level moisture shows up in blue on the water vapor imagery. This changes, though, over the weekend as dry air will settle in. We'll see that tan color on this graphic, and that will help bring a little more sunshine to us. All right, let's talk about Tropical Storm Cindy, and it's a healthy storm, actually. We have sustained winds now at 60 miles per hour as it's moving to the northwest, about 8 miles per hour. So it is a very slow-moving system, but as it's slowly moving to the north and west, all this tropical moisture that it's bringing over the Gulf of Mexico is inundating areas along the panhandle of Florida, southern Alabama, into southern Mississippi and the southern parishes of Louisiana. And all these bands of rain going over the same areas over and over and over again. It could be inundated with 6 to 8 inches of rainfall in some areas, and isolated areas may be receiving up to 12 inches. And with the soil so saturated with moisture, soils can't contain all that rain coming down. It spills out, and then we have flooding issues here. So unfortunate for the folks in the northern Gulf Coast. Another tropical system was Brett here in the Windward Islands, edging into the southern Caribbean. This has now been sheared apart and just a thing of the past right now. The rest of the tropics are quiet at this time. The other weather story is out west. These guys are about 3 hours behind us. It is currently 95 in Phoenix, Arizona, just after 3 in the morning. They're going to warm up to a very comfortable 117 later on today, and then they'll probably cool down to the mid-90s once again. So it'll definitely feel a lot cooler for them tomorrow morning than the high this afternoon out there. High tide today at 10:16 a.m., but not the best boating day as we have seas offshore 4 to 6 feet with choppy conditions in the bays. The high today will top out at 89 degrees. Areas inland may be warmer than that in the low 90s. Few showers this afternoon, but the sun returns over the weekend, and then another round of showers and storms return early next week. Back to you.
All right, thank you so much, Josh. Taking a look at traffic, Manatee County looking pretty quiet. A little bit of slowdowns heading towards I-75 as you get off of State Road 70 eastbound. Also 64 heading towards the beach, seeing an increase in traffic as we head into Sarasota County. Bee Ridge seeing some slowdowns as you head towards the interstate, and 41 as you pass by Bee Ridge heading into South County. As we take a look into South County, pretty quiet throughout that area. Good news, no accidents at 6:18 on your Wednesday morning. For years, the city and county of Sarasota have been going back and forth about how to address the area's homeless problem.
But now a solution may be on the way, and as Bill Beth Yates tells us, that solution does not involve either government.
Over the years, the region's homeless population has continued to grow, but one Suncoast organization says enough is enough, and they have taken the matter into their own hands.
I remember a year ago, we took in a really nice man who was living in his car outside of the 7-Eleven that he was the manager of because he couldn't afford the rent in this town.
Scott Eller is with Castle LLC, a local 501c3, which aims to help people transform their lives. And he says his mission goes beyond that one 7-Eleven manager.
People that were previously homeless or at risk of homeless because they're in our community and they're making, $10, $12 an hour and they can't afford a place to live. And we decided to do something about it.
Castle LLC partnered with Blue Sky Communities and submitted an application to the state's Housing Funding Corp, which provides state and federal money to develop low-income housing facilities. And earlier this month, the agency approved about $19 million for Arbor Village, an 80-unit affordable housing complex.
The mission is to help provide a range of affordable housing opportunities for citizens in the state. This housing would be targeted toward homeless persons and persons with disabling conditions.
The disabling conditions could include anything from barriers to employment to helping those with dependency issues. And Eller says the funding will even allow them to provide some supportive services.
We're going to link them with the right people, but our position is let's make everyone successful. And again, I keep on saying this, I don't want people to survive, I want people to thrive.
Bobeth Yates, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
And that project would be on Fruitville, not too far from Tuttle, near Roberts Arena.
Okay, interesting.
We'll watch that closely. 6:21 right now, still ahead on Good Morning Suncoast. A warning for homeowners after several recent house fires.
We'll tell you what each of these incidents all had in common after this.
Fresh out of the box, the Alfa Romeo won us over. We went in skeptical and left in awe of this gorgeous machine. Rediscover your passion for driving at Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
I was always worried and scared. Mom was in pain. She wasn't going to get any better, and all the trips to the ER were painful for all of us. Then we called Tidewell Hospice, and everything changed. Now she has care in our home when she needs it, surrounded by family. We know we don't have much time left with Mom, but we decided to make the best out of that time. Tidewell Hospice, it's more than you think.
Get ready for the most hair-raising event of the summer. Feld Entertainment and the Ringling Museum present international circus superstar Bello Knott in Incredibello, a gravity-defying, laughter-inducing, super stunt performance live at the historic Oslo Theater. Don't miss out on the must-see event of the summer, Incredibello, playing June 13th through July 29th. For tickets, visit ringling.org today.
What to do when your heating or air conditioning needs service or, heaven forbid, replacement? Call Air Now today. We've been serving Sarasota and Manatee counties since 1946. We offer $49.95 tune-ups, lease or finance options, and remember, service today or it's free.
I knew I could get myself out of this. I just needed some hope and some help.
I took the first step to recovery when I made the call.
Since 2014, Addiction Hope and Helpline has answered calls for recovery and treatment 24/7, 365 days a year. If you're depressed, drinking, using drugs, or taking pills, call now and talk to someone who cares.
I had problems just getting to sleep, drinking and using pills every night.
I feel like I'm losing control. I'm afraid I'll lose my job or even my family.
Most insurance covers substance abuse. You can get back on track. Call now for hope and help with proven gentle recovery programs.
I never thought that I could be somebody who didn't drink and use drugs.
I have something to hold on to for strength. I'm in recovery, getting the help I need.
Call 800-622-1941. 800-622-1941.
Hi, I'm Chef Judy. Every Wednesday morning, I'll be with the chefs at the Publix Aprons Cooking School serving up the most wonderful dishes. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday on ABC 7's Good Morning Suncoast.
It does things that seem impossible. Feeling like it could change direction while airborne. Rediscover your passion for driving at Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
Nice shot of the skyline there, looking to the northeast from our tower camera in the Rosemary District. Next half hour at 7, by the way, you'll hear more about some breaking news involving the husband to the Queen, Prince Philip, hospitalized with an infection. 96 years old, said to be in good spirits. More on that at the top of the hour.
Well, when it comes to house fires, most people don't think of their air conditioner as the cause.
Yeah, experts say it happens more often than you think. ABC's David Curley has details.
In this morning's GMA First Look, this 2-alarm fire in Tampa, Florida at an apartment complex caused not by a kitchen fire nor a candle, but an air conditioner. When the temperature rises, experts say it could put a strain on air conditioners, and if not well maintained, they can become fire hazards.
If they are overworked and overheated, or there's some electrical issues, it can catch nearby combustibles on fire.
From 2010 to 2014, there were an average of 2,800 reports of home structure fires involving air conditioners, causing an average of 20 deaths, 140 injuries, and $82 million in property damage a year. And coming up at 7 a.m., a live demonstration on what can happen when your air conditioner catches on fire. With your GMA First Look, I'm David Curley, ABC News, Gaithersburg, Maryland.
This is my body of proof.
Proof of less joint pain.
And clear skin.
This is my body of proof that I can take on psoriatic arthritis.
With Humira.
Humira works by targeting and helping to block a specific source of inflammation that contributes to both joint and skin symptoms. It's proven to help relieve pain, stop further joint damage, and clear skin in many adults. Humira is the #1 prescribed biologic for psoriatic arthritis.
Humira can lower your ability to fight infections, including tuberculosis. Serious, sometimes fatal infections and cancers, including lymphoma, have happened, as have blood, liver, and nervous system problems, serious allergic reactions, and new or worsening heart failure. Before treatment, get tested for TB. Tell your doctor if you've been to areas where certain fungal infections are common, and if you've had TB, hepatitis B, are prone to infections, or have flu-like symptoms or sores. Don't start Humira if you have an infection.
Want more proof? Ask your rheumatologist about Humira.
What's your body of proof?
Hi everybody, I'm Alan. This is Bob. We're from Aprons Public's Cooking School. Bob, what do we got going today?
We're going to do a blueberry feta salad.
Ooh.
You know, it's that time. We're going to use the berries up. This is pretty cool, everyone. There's different things you can do with this too. It's very easy. In here we have red wine vinegar, all right? We're going to take some sugar.
Yep.
We're going to make this kind of sweet. You'll see just a little sugar. Just like that, about that much. A little bit of sugar. And what we're going to do with that is you want to cook this until this thickens up. So we're going to add a little dry basil to this too. This is going to be part of our dressing, but it's a different kind of dressing. So you add some dry basil to that, and you just basically bring this to a boil and let it simmer, and it'll get like syrupy.
Sure.
All right. So we're going to kind of make believe here, everybody, because we do that up here. Once this simmers and reduces by half, we take our blueberries then, fresh blueberries, not frozen, everybody, fresh blueberries, and you let it sit in that hot liquid, turn it off until it cools down. And what happens is once it cools down, you got this wonderful stuff here. It's kind of like a syrup, all right? So now you have this. This is how we're gonna build our salad. So we take some arugula, all right? And I did some different things with this, so just don't get mad at me if I added some things. We're gonna take some strawberries, and we always say it because I can. I add them in the refrigerator, you know, some strawberries. And then we're gonna take some of our wonderful blueberries. Put those on top. Ooh. This is amazing. Excellent. And then we're gonna take shallots, sliced shallots, put some of that on top. A little bit more, and then we're going to take some feta cheese. And the other thing I want to tell you with this is you make this, and you can just do whatever you want with this. But then you can add anything else you want.
All right, thank you, Bob. Starting tomorrow, be sure to stop by our Publix Aprons Simple Meals kiosk, pick up the recipe card and all the ingredients after sampling this wonderful dish. Thank you, Bob.
I'd have it on pancakes.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
As a singer-songwriter, it's all about creating high-performance art that moves people. Same is true in making gorgeous cars. Fiat designs it. You're the artist.
Choose your palette just about any color combo inside out. No small wonder, state-of-the-art style Fiat. Now this moves me. Let the art of Fiat move you at Fiat of Sarasota.
This is an important medical announcement. Bard IVC filters have been linked to punctured veins and problems with migration. Anyone who's received a Bard IVC filter must receive medical monitoring and may be entitled to substantial compensation. If you have the Bard Recovery G2 or G2 Express filter, you are in a class of patients who should be compensated for some expenses. Call now for a free assessment of your case and potential money damages. This call is confidential. There's no cost and you may be eligible. Juries have awarded millions of dollars to people who should have been warned about the risks of the Bard IVC filters. Call the IVC Filter Hotline if you or a loved one has received an IVC filter and experienced a vein puncture or required medical monitoring. You must call now.
Call 800-329-3089. 800-329-3089.
The official Suncoast Storm team at ABC7. We're here for you. This Sarasota Powerboat Grand Prix Minute is brought to you by Sarasota Ford.
The Sarasota Powerboat Grand Prix was first organized in 1985. What began as an annual beach picnic for local children with special needs has expanded into an 11-day festival with the races televised to more than 100 countries. The entire festival is produced by Suncoast Charities for Children. The Grand Prix not only generates revenue for charity, but also a significant economic impact. Last year's event generated an economic impact of $37 million.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. Our promise means a new car you'll love. If not, return it for one you do. At Sarasota Ford, we promise live market pricing. We monitor national pricing on our entire inventory, so you get the best deal. In fact, we guarantee it. Bring us any competitor's ad, and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
Coming up on Good Morning Suncoast, new surveillance video of a shooting in Sarasota. What details police are releasing in hopes that you can help find the armed robbers.
Plus, New College of Florida wants to add students and add professors. We'll tell you what is prompting the growth.
And a Suncoast resident set to be inducted into the Florida Boxing Hall of Fame. We'll take a look at the legacy.
Live from the ABC7 studios, this is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
And good morning, 6:32, first day of summer, June 21st. I'm Ray Collins.
And I'm Jacqueline Matter. Thanks so much for joining us. Although it is the first day of summer, not so much as far as weather is concerned. Let's check in with meteorologist Josh Stone, who's in for John Scalzi.
Okay, yeah, a lot of things going on here. We have partly cloudy to mostly cloudy skies in our forecast. Let's check out the current temperature right now, 77 degrees, 94% is the humidity. Not a lot going on the radar as far as the mainland, but offshore, well, we have a tropical storm out there. That's Tropical Storm Cindy. So, of course, we'll talk about that a little bit later in the main weathercast. But it is a big storm, and it's a healthy-looking storm, actually, with sustained winds of 60 miles per hour. As far as the day goes, highs in the upper 80s, lower 90s, with a few showers this afternoon.
All right, talk to you soon. Thank you, Josh. Checking Suncoast traffic. First off in Manatee County. A little bit of a buildup there on State Road 70 westbound as you head toward 301. Otherwise, all clear. Farther south into Sarasota, we'll see some issues there on 301 southbound as you come toward University. And otherwise, all clear in that section of Sarasota County, and all clear South County at 6:33 on your Wednesday morning.
Just into our studio, Prince Philip is recovering in the hospital after being treated for an infection.
Buckingham Palace said the 96-year-old was admitted to the hospital late Tuesday as a precaution for treatment of an infection arising from a pre-existing condition. The incident comes as the Queen's companion of more than 70 years prepares to step down from his royal duties. We'll have more on the story throughout the day right here on ABC7.
Topping our news this morning, signs have become a hot topic of conversation on Longboat Key.
The town is proposing to change the current regulations to comply with federal rules. Our Rick Adams explains.
The town of Longboat Key is a step closer to rewriting their laws and regulations for signs to comply with a 2015 Supreme Court ruling. Part of the proposed revisions would only allow 2 signs to be on a property during any time of the year. One sign that's 2 square feet and the other 4 square feet. Currently, the town has been very loose on the number of signs allowed. Stephen Kepitz has been a real estate agent on Longboat Key for 20 years. He strongly opposes the proposed changes to sign regulations on the the island.
With the ruling, the way it's coming down and the verbiage that's being set forth, it would restrict realtors heavily on where we can place our signs.
One of the biggest changes that the town is pushing for is that a sign cannot be regulated based on their content, meaning that all signs would have exactly the same rules. Right now on Longboat Key, some of the different signs have different regulations.
You can't differentiate between, for instance, open house signs, real estate signs, garage sale signs, any type of special event signs. They all have to be regulated exactly the same.
For real estate agents, signs are a big part of their business and their livelihood.
Getting people to an open house, getting people to see that the house is for sale on Longboat Key is essential to maintain our property values and exposure to people who are potentially looking to move onto the island and people who are looking to sell.
Kepitz is hopeful a middle ground will be found on this issue, making it a win-win situation for everyone involved. The Planning and Zoning Board did hold a workshop on Tuesday to get more input as they draft a new sign ordinance. On Longboat Key, I'm Rick Adams, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
So next up in the process, the regulation changes go to the Planning Board in September and then on to the commissioners for approval.
In Sarasota, police are releasing new surveillance video of 2 vehicles involved in a shooting earlier this week in the Newtown community. We first told you yesterday on Good Morning Suncoast that one of the cars is described as a newer white Toyota Camry with graphite rims and dark windows. The other is a 2012 or newer gold Chevy Malibu with dark windows. Police responded to 32nd Street and North Washington Boulevard after multiple people reported 2 cars chasing each other and firing shots. No one was hurt, but one business was hit by bullets.
A local group is trying to get more homeless off the streets of Sarasota County. CASL Inc. is a local organization that provides care through assisted living facilities, independent housing, live-in support, and other services. They've partnered with Blue Sky Communities to submit an application to build a new housing facility for those in need. It would be an 80-unit affordable housing complex on Fruitville Road. They received $19 million from the state for the facility, as well as for supportive services.
We're going to link them with the right people, but our position is let's make everyone successful. And again, I keep on saying this, I don't want people to survive, I want people to thrive.
It'll be located on Fruitville near Tuttle near Roberts Arena.
A program aimed at raising awareness about child abuse on the Suncoast is getting a boost in funding. The Child Protection Center is receiving $7,500 from a charitable fund for its personal safety and community awareness program. The program offers education services and training on personal safety, self-defense, and behaviors to children, parents, and others to reduce the risk of abuse. The service is taught in local schools, daycares, and community youth organizations throughout Sarasota County. And the city of Sarasota is also moving forward with a $1 million plan to renovate a park in the Newtown community. The commission voting unanimously to approve the improvement plans for Fred Atkins Park. The popular hangout spot is located at the intersection of Dr. MLK Jr. Boulevard and US 301. The changes include removing the current gazebo, upgrading the bathrooms, and eventually adding pavers to make the area more user-friendly.
In Manatee County now, tourism experts taking a closer look at downtown Bradenton. The Bradenton Downtown Development Authority has a community redevelopment master plan. It hopes to attract more pedestrians and improve the area's streetscape by expanding space for tables, chairs, and street furniture. The Bradenton Area Convention and Visitors Bureau is also partnering with the group Realize Bradenton to attract more visitors to the monthly Bradenton Art Walk. The Manatee County Tourist Development Council and county commissioners are pledging up to $1 million to renovate, expand, and rebrand the South Florida Museum.
We need to diversify our offering in the marketplace, and one of the reasons, aside from our beautiful sugar white sand beaches, is the arts, heritage, and culture like we have in the urban core.
The Visitors Bureau says housing in downtown Bradenton is vital in helping the area grow.
A nonprofit on Anna Maria Island is experiencing chaos in its leadership. At the center of the mess, a financial deficit for the center of Anna Maria Island. In the last 2 weeks, several board members chose to resign and then unresign. The board also voted in a new chairman via email. The leadership turmoil is allegedly caused by a more than $200,000 budget deficit. Now that the financial donations are strong, the center lost a competitive county grant. And some community members and board members also attribute the deficit to mismanagement of money. That's why the board is asking the executive director for copies of all financial transactions.
I then provided all the details of the information, every single transaction of our Visa card. The 3 credit cards that we have are Home Depot, Staples, and Walmart, and they do not have more than a $500 total balance for the 3 cards right now.
From what I'm seeing right now, everything is, okay. I'm not seeing anything out of line. I'm not seeing anything crazy.
As far as city support is concerned, $45,000 will be in the city's budget for the center. Whether the center will receive those funds is still up in the air.
More students and more professors going to New College of Florida. With $5.4 million in state funding approved, the college will expand its enrollment by 50%. More students will also require more faculty members. The college now is recruiting 15 new professors for the upcoming school year. Eventually, 40 new professors will be hired. New College's enrollment is expected to increase from an estimated 900 students to about 1,200 students in the next 5 years. College officials say despite that growth, the school will maintain its 10-to-1 student-faculty ratio. A Suncoast boxing legend will be inducted this weekend into the State Boxing Hall of Fame. Over the years, Dave Jacobs fought Mike Tyson, George Foreman, and he even trained with Muhammad Ali. Now he's enjoying retirement, spending time at his family's gym near Clark and Sawyer Roads in Sarasota County. He had 50 professional fights in his day, his biggest win over Razor Ruddock back in 1985. He's been retired 20 years and says he is thrilled by this weekend's induction ceremony.
Well, I was excited, man. It's a real honor. Not many people, but we have a lot of fighters out there. Not many get into the Hall of Fame, and to get in was really an honor.
Set for Sunday at the West Shore Grand in Tampa. I had a chance to be there and see his son and his daughter-in-law, Kelly Jaco, great family, and they're into boxing, I'll tell you.
Oh, yeah, they all are, aren't they?
Good shape, yeah. Yep. 1-2 punch for the weather?
Exactly. Cindy is really giving us our best shot.
Nice.
I mean, as far as a tropical storm, it's pretty healthy, actually, with 60-mile-per-hour sustained winds, so it's a decent tropical storm. Where is she going? Where is she going to end up? We'll let you know in just a few minutes.
All right, also still heading Good Morning Suncoast. A big announcement from Daniel Day-Lewis.
We'll tell you more on why you might have seen the last of Lewis on screen after this.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
Today, everyone is looking for carpeting that lasts longer. G. Fried has you covered with Karastan. With a legacy of quality and integrity, we provide you with a huge selection of Karastan carpets with exclusive lifetime limited warranties. All installed by our highly skilled, highly knowledgeable team. Come ask us why Karastan is the best and most durable. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
What's a nice Jewish girl to do when she can't introduce her WASP boyfriend to her conservative parents? Hire an actor. Hilarious and insightful, Bo Jest is at the Player Center June 14th through the 25th, and it's your ticket to a sizzling summer. Call the Players at 365-2494 or visit theplayers.org. Don't miss Bo Jest.
Credit card debt can ruin your life. If you owe $10,000 and minimum payments are siphoning away your paycheck each month, you can get debt-free in less time than you think.
I've paid $800 a month for the past 3 years and haven't changed the balance on my credit card.
Get debt-free now has a program to reduce your debt, stop the harassing phone calls, avoid financial ruin, and settle for less than you owe.
I feel like a huge weight has been lifted off my shoulders.
You're pre-approved for our special hardship program if you owe $10,000 or more. Upon payment of your new lower balance, your debt will finally shrink until you are debt-free.
My family no longer has 30 years of payments ahead of us at 20% interest.
There's no fees until you see results. So call now, make one monthly program payment, and free up your cash. Resolve your debt.
Call 800-628-1251, 800-628-1251.
Watch ABC7 wherever you are. Just search ABC7 on your streaming device to keep up with the Suncoast from the comfort of your couch. Download ABC7 now to watch us on TV anytime you want. ABC7, we're here for you wherever you are.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
Due to this tropical storm, we're going to have breezy conditions today, anywhere from 15 to 20 miles per hour. And if you're looking to take your boat out today, may not be the best boating day because seas just offshore could be anywhere from 4 to 6 feet with those windy conditions. All right, a lot of mid to upper level moisture thanks to this tropical storm. Cindy has 997 millibar pressure. It is moving to the northwest about 8 miles per hour, and it has maximum sustained winds of 60 miles per hour. So it is a decent tropical storm, but what it is doing as it's slowly moving north and northwest, it continues to bring all this moisture up from the Gulf of Mexico and inundate the northern Gulf Coast, the Panhandle of Florida, southern Alabama, southern Mississippi, the southern parishes of Louisiana, and eventually southeast Texas with very heavy rainfall. How much? Anywhere from 6 to 8 inches by the time this wraps up. Maybe some areas picking up 12 inches. Folks, we really dodged the bullet with this one because this could have been on top of us. It did take a northwesterly track and dodged the Suncoast. The other tropical system was Brett. This developed the other day, which was impressive, being so far south around the Windward Islands, but now it has fizzled out because it got sheared apart with the upper level winds and it's just a few unorganized showers and doesn't expect to develop anytime soon. So that's good. Rest of the tropics looks very quiet at this time. The other weather story on the national picture is out here for our friends in Phoenix, Arizona. It's currently 95 degrees. That's the current temperature right now. They're going to warm up to a very comfortable 117 later on this afternoon. All right, taking the plane from SRQ today, no travel delays anywhere, Atlanta, LaGuardia, Chicago, or Charlotte. High tide will be at 10:16 a.m., but not the best boating day with southeast winds becoming south 15 to 20 knots. Sea is 4 to 6 feet with choppy conditions in the bays. 89 for the high today, some areas in the lower 90s. But the change comes over the weekend as that tropical system, Cindy, moves away. We'll have more dry air that comes in to bring us more sunshine. Back to you.
All right, thank you so much, Josh. Taking a look at traffic this morning, looks like State Road 70 seeing an increase in traffic in both directions. Also 301 heading north and southbound. The bridges look good if you're heading into downtown Bradenton. As we head into Sarasota County, looks like some congestion on Bee Ridge Road causing some slowdowns as you head towards the interstate. Also as you head towards 41 and some slowdowns at 301 where 41 and 301 split, and just your normal slowdowns on Business 41 throughout Venice. Other than that, no accidents. 6:48 on your Wednesday morning. In today's Health Smart, French fry lovers, listen up. Yes. Research shows that people who eat a lot of fried potatoes could be increasing their risk of an early death.
My wife loves French fries. In a new study in the Journal of Clinical Nutrition, researchers tracked some 4,000 people and found that those who ate French fries 2 or 3 times a week were linked to a double risk of dying early compared to those who ate no fried potatoes. Researchers say the oil used to fry potatoes could be a possible factor.
Well, another study finds that a compound in certain vegetables, including broccoli, Brussels sprouts, and cabbage, can actually help those with type 2 diabetes. Researchers gave the compound to obese patients in the form of a concentrated broccoli sprout extract. They found that it improved the patient's glucose levels and also reduced their glucose production, which are 2 big symptoms of diabetes that can lead to other health problems. Scientists say this could lead to treatments for diabetes in the future.
Tiger Woods has checked into a clinic to help manage his medications.
That's right. His agent has not disclosed the location of the clinic where Woods is being treated or how long the golfer will be there. Woods was charged with DUI after police in Jupiter found him asleep at the wheel of his car on May 29th. Breathalyzer tests showed no presence of alcohol, but Woods did tell officers he had a reaction to prescription drugs.
And actor Daniel Day-Lewis is calling it a day. His publicist said Day-Lewis will no longer be working as an actor. She called it a private decision. Day-Lewis is the only actor to ever win 3 Best Actor awards. He went into what he called a semi-retirement back in the 1990s, later returned. The 60-year-old lives in Ireland with his wife. Had a great career either way.
Interesting.
10 to 7 right now, still ahead on Good Morning Suncoast. Here's something you don't see too often. A llama escapes and runs onto a busy roadway.
We'll tell you how police stepped in to get this speedy llama returned to his owner after this.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com, A-N-D, services.com. I dream of the creature by night and by day. Wielding my weapon, I slaughter my prey. 2,000 cash, I'll be rolling in dough. So hey, a big monster, come out from below. So hey, a big monster, come out from below.
Being the caregiver for someone you love is truly a blessing. But sometimes you can lose a part of yourself. To be your best, for them and for you, it's important to have time to be able to recharge your batteries. When you call Tidewell Hospice, they can give you a chance to do just that. And with the peace of mind of knowing your loved one is in the very best hands. Tidewell Hospice. It's more than you think.
Drive into Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota and discover big savings during the Drive and Discover event. Come shop the Suncoast's largest selection of Ram trucks. Get maximum cargo space and more comfort with a new Ram Quad Cab for as low as $24,999. Or get more legroom and maximum comfort with a new Ram Crew Cab and save up to $10,000. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
Are you Goodwill?
Yes, because when I donate or shop at Goodwill,
I am creating a job.
I am Goodwill, yeah.
With a top prize of $10 million, the new $10 million world-class cash scratch-off from the Florida Lottery is your ticket to take on the world.
If you get knocked down, stand up again. Rip it up again. Give me one chance, give me one chance. I'm gonna make it. Give me my chance, this is my chance. I'm gonna take it.
The new $10 million world-class cash scratch-off from the Florida Lottery. One of our life-changing scratch-offs offering billions in cash prizes.
Start your day with a new Good Morning Suncoast team. Weekdays starting at 5 a.m. on ABC 7. Your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com, A-N-D, services.com.
Well, you could say this shot's for the birds. First day of summer, our Osprey Cam is up and working.
Maybe they're just taking in all that summer has to offer right up there. Look at them. They haven't been up there for a while, so glad to see they're back for a little bit.
Yeah, just one there right now. I'd love to see that, and also the view of the Rosemary District in the background.
Definitely.
Welcome back, 6:53 right now.
Let's take a look at some of the top stories we're following for you today.
Sarasota police releasing this surveillance video of a shootout Monday afternoon in broad daylight on US 301 near Newtown. Bullets flew back and forth among the traffic in North Sarasota. Sarasota.
New College of Florida wants to increase enrollment by 50%. A new $5 million state grant will also help the Sarasota school hire more faculty as well.
And a local boxer going into the State Hall of Fame this weekend. 63-year-old Dave Jaco had fights against Mike Tyson, George Foreman, and he also trained with Muhammad Ali.
Taking a look at traffic, your biggest slowdowns are going to be on 301 heading southbound and State Road 70 in both directions. Also looks like 41 as you head into downtown Bradenton. As we take a look into Sarasota County, looks like some congestion on Clark Road, also some on Fruitville Road as you head toward the interstate. Looks like 41 is clear as you head into South County. As we head throughout that region into that direction, not a whole lot going on. No accidents at 654. Josh.
Okay, partly to mostly cloudy skies today. A few isolated showers this afternoon. Those will be inland. And then by the upcoming weekend, we clear out with dry air coming in. We'll have mostly sunny skies in our forecast.
And finally this morning, California deputies came across a unique situation. Very wide job description there. They saw a llama on the road. The animal had apparently escaped from its pasture nearby. The two deputies tried to coax the llama off the road, but eventually had to walk the llama back to its home. The owner united him with his llama buddies after verbal counsel. There's the llama buddies.
They're like, man, where you been?
Yeah, what's going on?
Who are these people?
He's with us. He's fine. Very curious.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. Look at him. He does not want to go. He's like, I'm trying to leave you guys. I don't want to be your friends anymore.
Yes, the counseling not working.
Oh my gosh. Have you guys ever seen a llama in person?
At the zoo, I guess.
No, I've actually done a few stories before. Llamas in North Carolina. It's a thing. It really is.
Is that right?
And so I've seen a few llamas around, and they're interesting. They're very weird animals.
It's definitely something you don't see every day.
Yeah.
But, you know, we have a tropical storm
That's
in
right.
the northern Gulf of Mexico that's tracking to the north and west, about 8 miles per hour. Maximum sustained winds are 60 miles per hour with a pressure of 997. It is not really going to affect the Suncoast, but still on the outskirts of it, we're getting whiplash with some strong winds, maybe breezy 20 or plus miles per hour today.
All right, busy day for you guys.